Paul Layimla, Alhaynao Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Amashiach, Wamalaki, by Hashem, Harawat, Bakakwarash, Barakathum, the water by Babal, Wakwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily, and to the men out there teaching a likewise doctrine and see Shalom. Today, we're going to get to a couple of videos displaying Esau's very serious problem of lying. He just can't complete a sentence without throwing a lie in there. Matter of fact, you have to look at the king of the Edomites right now, Donald Trump. And it's a shame that during his first term, they caught him in over 25,000 lies that they know of. So what does that tell you about the nation of Edom? I think Donald Trump is the perfect representation of the nation of Edom because he has all their attributes and all their characteristics. Habitual liar, and did I say habitual liar? Yeah. This is what these people do. They are known for lying, but yet they want to be received as good, wholesome people. Now, if they know how lies affect spirits, they would hate themselves because we hate all liars. They don't have to be just Edom. It's just all liars. But Edom is one of his curses. You know what I'm saying? It's not a gift. It's a curse because if you can't stop lying, you are cursed, straight up. And you are also haunted every day due to the possibility that somebody might figure out that you lying. And now you got to figure out how you're going to react if they find out you lying. They use lies to cover lies on top of lies on top of lies on top of lies. This is what they do. This is an Edomite. So before I play these videos, I want to get the copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Let's get the videos. Now, I want to go to this video first. This is the video where they try to use AI to blame Black women. They made an AI video like Christian Ohm did on them boys in Chicago. But this one, they made it a Black woman reporter talking to another Black woman. And she's talking about how she sells her food stamps. The whole goal of this lie is to blame Eve. So the whole nation could blame Eve for the reason why the government is taking away food stamps. That's the whole point of this video. So let's go ahead and get into
it. You know, a lot of these people, and we talked about this before, about them trying to generate AI videos to try to basically fool people and try to put out narratives about us as Black Americans. And this is video that popped up in my feed, and this one white person was saying, oh, see, this is what they were doing with the food stamps, and then I end up catching that, wait a minute, this is an AI video, because what they tried to do, and which I want to show you here, the video here in a minute. What they tried to do, they made this on Sora, which is OpenAI's a video making platform that's made it from prompts. And if you have a certain tier on Sora now, you still see the Sora logo, so it moves through different areas. But they have particular websites to try to remove the watermark. But I want you to watch this video, all right? Now, I'm gonna say something to the white supremacists, and I'm gonna show them something more than I could tell them. Let me show you this video real quick.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I get over $2,500 a month in stamps. I sell them $2,000 worth for about $1,200 to $1,500 cash. That's why everybody's upset. Folks say we're taking advantage, but that's how we get by, and that's the frustration we're hearing out here in downtown Atlanta.
Okay, all right. So you've seen the video. Now I'm going to point to you what they tried to do and I'm going to pause it so you'll catch the Sora watermark. See at the top, you can't see it. Left-hand side above the reporter's head, they try to remove the watermark, but watch.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I get over $2,500 a month in stamps. I sell them $2,000 worth for about 12 to 15.
Now look at above the reporter's head, that logo. You got to look real close. The logo, that's a Sora logo, but you can't really see what it says Sora unless you look really close. But it's blended in the back. So they're trying to pass this video off as being a Fox reporter interviewing a black woman, and all this is AI generated. I just want to let y'all know. So what they're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, is put out AI videos about us because, you know, a lot of black people say they're not even talking to the news about internet stuff. That's what a lot of black people are saying. So be careful with these videos. Now, this is what I will say to the white supremacist, okay, who's out here trying to lie on my community. Now, we know based on what the federal government put out about SNAP, the SNAP program, it is more white people on SNAP. So you know what? I said, okay, well, we can do the same thing, but see, the difference is we'll tell you it's an AI generated video, but we're going to show you an AI video that we made. But our video is based on the truth about what's out there. Let's go ahead and check out the AI video that we created.
I've been on SNAP for 2 years now. It's how I get groceries for me and my boy. He sent me a letter saying it stops November 1st. That's next week. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
What does that mean for you going into the holidays?
It means less food on the table. I'm already working part-time at the gas station. It's not enough. I'm scared.
And see, we can do that all day. We literally can do it all day. I generated about 4 more of those type of videos, to be honest with you. If y'all want to sit up here and go back and forth with AI and try to technically lie on us, we can just tell the truth about you. I'm a firm believer that you don't have to lie on nobody. Just tell the truth about them. Right? And that particular short interview that was created, it represents the true face of the SNAP program in America. Many of them, in particular, are using this program, but they try to mask it as, oh, it's just helping out the black people. Well, see, now they're discovering all those years that you tried to be against the SNAP program and against black people having it. Now you put them in a position to try to take it from you, greatly reduce the funding to it while you were on it. And it was all because of anti-black racism. And you still trying to throw it all on black people because you want to trigger your people to say, yeah, get rid of it. But we don't know what's going to happen November the 1st. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, that's what, in another day or so, right? If it's going to be cut off and not be there, because I don't know fully what's going to happen. But if it do happen and it's not there on November the 1st or any time in the month of November, if it's not there, then you know who we look at to blame? We go look at white America for that. Because a lot of you supported cutting the program. A lot of you supported getting rid of it. Why? Because you thought that it was benefiting so many black people. Look, I'm the type of person, I've said this many times before. I don't care if you get benefits off of something that I need. If it's a government program, and as long as I'm getting mine, I don't care if you get yours. I don't care. But you're so worried about things that's not even your business. Who cares if somebody do with a food stamp? That's between them and the government on that. It's not your business. My tax, you don't pay enough in taxes. The SNAP program, they say, costs about $8 billion a month. You're not paying much of nothing like that to even put a dime. You act like you're paying $1 million, $2 million, $10 million into the SNAP program. You're not paying enough. So stop all that. They taking my tax dollars and doing this. How much they really taking from you out your check? Think about that. If you calculate that in a month, if anything, especially if you're on SNAP, folks, then that's just basically you paying back for your SNAP. Hey, they taking my tax dollars like you pay a lot of money in taxes. But we're not going to put up with y'all trying to propagandize us. We're not going to do it. No, we're going to go back and forth all day with AI. You can call it the AI wars or whatever, but ours is based on truth, not fiction, not a lie. You understand? We are in the trenches with AI. But these people, they still trying, boy. Oh, they still trying to propagandize black people. So if we don't talk to you, if we're not even engaging with you, now you're just gonna make up AI videos of us doing it. That's how. Do you realize how desperate y'all are? Y'all are that desperate to talk to black folk. Y'all that desperate for a narrative from our people that you got to go create AI videos just to get your rocks off. That is. Listen, that's a new level of dedication that I wasn't even anticipating.
That's Edom. They go above and beyond with the lies. And they claim they don't like us so much, but why we living in y'all head rent free? Why y'all always work concerned about what we doing? No other race, no other nation. What the Israelites doing? What the Israelites doing? Like Buddy said, it ain't none of your business what we doing. You need to focus on your own business, and you really need to watch your government because that's your true enemy, not us.
We don't talk to you. You want to go create an AI video of us talking.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can feed off of your racism, and hopefully you can fool people in your community to think that was a real black woman reporter and that was a real black woman talking about selling food stamps. Listen, anybody in their right mind would not get online and say on TV, hey, I'm selling food stamps, because that's a crime.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Nobody has ever sold food stamps gonna go tell it. Now you got some idiots that was doing that mess, and guess what? They got arrested. But the people that sell them, they don't. And a matter of fact, when they do sell them, they don't sell them to strangers. They sell them sometimes to other family members, the people they know.
Mm-hmm.
When they do sell them, and for sure they're not announcing it. They're not announcing it online, because why would you do some crap like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, once again, that's a crime. But these people are so desperate that they create AI videos to lie on us. But we can create an AI video to tell the truth about them. And that's the only thing we can do. We just tell the truth. And that type of woman in our AI video that was being interviewed, that's the archetype of the food stamp recipient in their community.
Mm-hmm.
What's that is bottom line. Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Because we on a new frontier of the battle.
He's right. I got this scripture. This 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. That AI is a lying wonder, because people who ain't really hip to it, they're gonna believe what they see and they're gonna believe what they hear. That's why they're trying to normalize AI and perfect it at the same time, so you won't know the difference. This is one of these lying wonders that Esau is coming with. Verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in him that perished, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. See? These are the ones who are going to believe the lies, are the ones who are not in the know. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. Exactly. They're going to believe it because they don't know who their enemies are. They don't know what their enemy is capable of. We do. That's why we are the watchmen sending out the warnings. They are going to weaponize AI to lie on us. They already started it. Now, I got another video where Buddy talking about Pam Bundy and Christy Nome. They can't stop lying on my man that they sent down to El Salvador. And the judge keep telling these lying ass women, y'all ain't got no proof. Y'all just lying on this man. Let's get the video. Let's come out of this one.
The AI battle.
Yeah, we in a war, all right. The name of this video is Bundy and Nome Torched by Judge. Listen to this.
A federal judge this week tore into both Attorney General Pam Bondi and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem for repeatedly, publicly lying about a defendant. And that defendant happens to be one of the most well-known defendants in the country right now, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, whom the administration is actually attempting to deport to Africa. In spite of, no real evidence of any crimes, but we're going to deport him to Africa.
So why they ain't deport none of these school shooters, church shooters, mass shooters, pedos? This ain't about right and wrong. This is about making America white again.
Because why not, right? He's not from there. He doesn't know the languages, but we'll just ship him off to Africa, where he will probably disappear and never be heard from again, because that's the point of sending these people from Central and South America over to Africa. We're effectively disappearing them so that no one ever hears from them again, because the kingdom of Eswatini, which is where they're sending the people in Africa, is well known for its massive human rights abuses. But if Judge Waverly Crenshaw has her way, none of this is going to happen because of the actions of Pam Bondi and Kristi Noem. The judge pointed out that these two women have made repeated false statements to the public, not just in court, but to the public, which...
It's funny to me how Esau, they never say that another Edomite is lying. They'll say making false statements. They'll make it nice, easy on the ears. They don't want to use, they never use the word lie when it comes to one of their own. False statements, and all these little nice ass words. Just say they lying, because this is a nation of liars, Edomites.
Technically is even worse, that have basically prevented Abrego Garcia from ever having a shot at a fair hearing, because they have already prejudiced the entire American public with their lies. Here's what Judge Waverly Crenshaw wrote. She said that Pam Bondi personally violated court rules about opining on evidence when she described Abrego Garcia as a, quote, MS-13 gang member, human trafficker, serial domestic abuser, and child predator.
See, there go that projection. They accuse you of what they are actually doing. That's projection. Let's get it in John 8:44. They accuse you of what they are actually doing. That's how you know that these are Edomites. John chapter 8, verse 44. This is the red letter Lord Yahushua speaking. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father he will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there's no truth in him. Listen to this. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. That's projection. For he is a liar and the father of it. So anytime they accuse you of something, it means that they are actually doing it.
Government employees have made extrajudicial statements that are troubling, especially where many of them are exaggerated, if not simply inaccurate. In other words, they're lying. These statements made allegations regarding Abrego's character or reputation and expressed government officials' views on Abrego's guilt or innocence. In other words, they can't be trusted to prosecute him because they have already made up their minds about whether or not he is these things, in spite of the fact, the judge says, you have provided no evidence to the court to suggest that he is any of these things. And on top of that, the judge is implying, you're saying them to the public. So if this thing were to go to a jury trial, the public has already been told by Bondi, by Noem, by the President of the United States with a doctored photograph.
And he can sue all three of them, Trump, Kristi Noem, and Pam Bondi, for defamation. All three. Don't sue the government, sue them personally.
that this man is an active gang member, a child predator, a serial domestic abuser. You have prejudiced the public to the point where this man has no chance of getting a fair trial. You yourselves have already made up your minds, and by proving that you're willing to lie about him, we can't trust what you're going to say in the courtroom.
Bam. Perjury. Why are these people not in jail? Perjury. Lying in court, lying under oath. Many times. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. You got a lying-ass president, you're going to have lying-ass flunkies under him. It's no coincidence that this whole administration is a big batch of liars, habitual liars, impulsive liars. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Verse 16, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit, or prison, or jail, or alligator Alcatraz. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
I have repeatedly said, and I'm going to keep repeating it because this is a mantra we all need to remember. The only hope that America has to survive this administration is that Trump keeps surrounding himself with the dumbest, most incompetent people ever. Because it is their incompetence that is preventing Donald Trump from being able to fully become the authoritarian dictator that he wants to be. By surrounding himself with people who have an IQ of a rock, they're not able to do it because they're.
See, Trump needs people under him that's dumber than him, so he can intimidate them and strike fear in them. He hates people smarter than him. You know why? Because people that's smarter than him sees through his bullshit and ain't scared to call him out on it. He needs people who are afraid of him to work under him.
They're just simply too dumb to do it. Pam Bondi is a very stupid person. Kristi Noem has no intelligence to speak of. These are exceptionally dumb individuals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not quite as dumb as like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. or Marco Rubio, but still, they're creeping up on him. But it's the incompetence that is preventing some of the worst things they want to do from being able to happen, and that is something we should all be grateful for. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer.
All right, we can come out of this. Oh, by the way, buddy, ain't no saving America. It's done. Psalm chapter 58, verse 3. Let's get it. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Now let's go to the book, back to the book of Sirach. Chapter 9, verse 18. A man of an ill tongue is dangerous in his city, and he that is rash in his talk shall be hated. This is how lies affect the human spirit. It makes you abhor them. You don't want nothing to do with them because lies are very dangerous, especially the reckless ones. Well, all lies are reckless. But anytime you got a habitual lie around you, you better get away from them. Because guess what? They will lie on you to save their own ass. Prime example, Donald J. Trump. Look how many people he can throw up under the bus to save his own orange ass. Now let's go to what it is, chapter 27. Uh, 26. We start at verse 24. I have hated many things, but nothing like him, for the Lord will hate him. Christians. Since the Lord love everybody. No, he doesn't. Verse 26. Whoso diggeth the pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth the trap shall be taken therein. He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh. Verse 29. They that rejoice at the fall of the righteous shall be taken in the snare, and anguish shall consume them before they die. Malice and wrath, even these are abominations, and the sinful man shall have both. Now let's go to see what chapter 12, verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. That's why the Lord said on trip, let these people earn their judgment. Now let's go to Isaiah. Chapter 54, verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and their righteousness of me, saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Do your best, E. We know who got our back. Now let's go to chapter 28. Yeah, these people go above and beyond allowing us because we won't talk to them. It's dangerous to communicate with liars. You know why? Because they lie. They will twist your words. They will lie on you. They will make up extra shit. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. Listen to this. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. See, they think they ain't gonna never be found out. They've been found out. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? They still think ain't nobody on to their bullshit. Let's keep rolling. But that ain't it. Hold on. Let's go to, let's get this one. Psalm chapter 62, verse 4. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Salah. Yeah, they want to cast him down from his excellency. They want to throw shade, make you think of him in a lesser light. And I need to make a correction. Salah, it means Petra. It means Petra Mount Seir, which you are people before you are a place, so it means Edom. But the technical translation of Salah is Mount Petra. But who comes from Mount Petra? Edom. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Chapter 33, verse 29. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee. O people saved by the Lord Yahweh, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency. And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. Yeah, we treading upon it. because every lie they tell is getting exposed before the ink dry. And it's making them look real sloppy. Go to Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Look at all those names they labeled this innocent man, charging him with crimes that they are actually committing with no proof. Revelation chapter 2, verse 2. Red letter, Lord Yahushua speaking. I know thy works and thy labor and thy patience, and how thou canst not bear them which are evil. Yet no, we can't, Lord. We cannot bear these people who are evil. And thou hast tried them which say they are apostles and are not, and hast found them liars. Let's keep going. Let's go to chapter 12. Verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Edom, who are the wicked counterparts upon the earth to Satan, Edomites, because they are most susceptible. They are the wicked. Now, you got wicked people in every nation, but the Bible calls one nation the wicked, Edom. It doesn't. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination unto the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So if you lying on the righteous, but you taking up for the wicked, you are the walking abomination. And we know how the Lord feels about abominations. You will be destroyed. Calling this man all manner of wickedness, but no proof. But while at the same time ignoring all the wickedness that's taking place right in your face, right there in the White House. Yeah, that's what you call justifying the wicked and condemning the just. Let me write this down so I know where it's at. All right, let's keep rolling. Put that by the wrong script. Hold on, let me make this correction real quick. All right, let's keep rolling. Let's go to the book of Job. Job chapter 20. Verse 5. The triumphant of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. So don't get too comfortable. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 6. Verse 16. Well, we start at verse 12. A naughty person, a wicked man walking with a froward mouth. Froward means you're difficult to get along with. He winketh with his eyes and speaketh with his feet and teaches with his fingers. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief. Continually he soweth discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. Listen to this. These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yes, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Who's guilty of all these things? The nation of Edom. A heart that devises wicked imaginations. That's why these people trying to lie on Buddy. Their heart devises wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift and run into mischief. A false witness that speaketh lies. Christy Nome, Pam Bondi. AI. And he that soweth discord among brethren. So Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? The answer is they never had wisdom. Because why? Let's get the scripture. This is why. Book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. If you know how to do wickedness, that's not wisdom. So therefore Esau is not wise. Now let's go to Jeremiah, back to Jeremiah. Verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. Well, this is chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, his neighbor, and he is not. That's why it's because he's the one doing the spoiling. Spoil mean to rob. Verse 15. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. That's the effect that lies have on the human spirit. Anybody who lies to you, you despise them. Verse 16. Thy terribleness has deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou should makest thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. Yep, that's the effect that the lies have on the human spirit. Don't want nothing to do with you, because you number one, you can't be trusted. That's why all the other nations are backing away from this nation of liars, this administration of liars. Don't want nothing to do with you. So if that affects the human spirit, you can imagine what lies do to Yahweh Shimi Hawashai. Mm-hmm. Let's go to Psalms. Chapter 37, verse 32. The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh the slain, even if they got to lie on him. And you notice they don't go above and beyond the law on no other nation but us. I wonder why. Psalms chapter 31, verse 18. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Let's go to Psalms chapter 50. Verse 20. Thou citizen speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own mother's son. Who is this talking about? It's talking about Esau lying on Jacob because they are brothers. So Esau is slandering his own mother's son, who is Jacob. And they're still going on to this day. Now more than ever, for real. Because they are in a desperate position. They know it that they have but a short time. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Yeah, you got all the money that you could possibly steal. You got all the land you could possibly steal. But one thing you can never have enough of is time. Tick-tock is running out, and you can't replenish that because the Lord has set bounds that you cannot pass. There's a certain day and a certain time scheduled in the very near future for you to go into captivity. The whole nation of Edom, not to mention the other 16 nations, but especially Edom. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Because they ain't got punished yet. Yet. Their captivity is coming. Go to Habakkuk chapter 2. Verse 16, thou art filled with shameful glory. Every time they get caught in a lie, they are ashamed. Okay, if you show ashamed of getting caught in lies, why do you still lie? Because you were created to be liars. There's no such thing as free will. Okay, there's such thing as free will. Stop lying. Stop murdering. Stop stealing. You can't. No such thing as free will because you were created to be the wicked. Get this one. Psalm chapter 55, verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. He broke over 500 with the Indians alone. I wouldn't even let it get up to 2. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn the swords. Yeah, when they get behind that podium with that podium talking and lie on everybody, call everybody terrorists. Yeah, that's them smooth, buttery lies. Go to Proverbs. How you go from giving the tribe of Issachar, who are the Mexicans, how you go from giving them 9 to 10 grand a month to all of a sudden labeling them all kind of wicked things and rounding them up like animals. See, that's why it says, Sirach chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thine enemy. This man is emotional. He's too emotional to be trusted. And emotion, if you let emotions rule over you, you are weak. Esau's weakness is on display on a global scale. Even his women calling him weak because he's putting on this fake display of strength that is very see-through. Ain't nobody that whore. Stop acting, because the hardest of the hard can see that that's fake. Go to 1 Peter. If your women can see that you putting on a fake tough performance, tough guy performance, everybody else can see it too, homie. You ain't about that life. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, be sober, be vigilant, Salakia, because your adversary, the devil, is a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour. Anybody he can lie on. To make himself seem good and make them seem bad. That's all he does. But the global audience see who's doing the wickedness and who's being lied on all the time. So nobody believes you anymore. Even Putin told Trump to his face, nobody believes you. You lie too much. Who gonna be foolish enough to trust habitual, impulsive liars, emotional liars? That's one of the most dangerous things you could do. And whatever happens to you because you made that dumb decision to trust habitual, impulsive, emotional liars. Let's go to, where is it? Hold up, y'all. Let's do this. Okay. Let's go to the rest of Esther, chapter 13, verse 5. Seeing then we understand that this people alone is continually in opposition unto all men, Edom, differing in the strange manner of their laws. Yeah. We can give 40 million to Argentina, but we can't feed y'all. We can't pay y'all. Yeah, that's some strange ass laws. Sounds like a lie, don't you think? Differing in the strange manner of their laws and evil affected to our state, working all the mischief they can so that our kingdom may not be firmly established. They're trying to demonize us so bad. But the Lord sees it all. You can't demonize us in his eyes because he sees your lies, goofy. Let's go to Luke. That ain't what I was looking for, Salakia, but we can go to Jeremiah, chapter 13, verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. We know those things are not possible. Therefore, Esau cannot do good. He can't. And if he do any good, in the end, he would declare his wickedness, roughly paraphrasing the scripture. It's always something. It's always a catch. You know what I'm saying? To him doing good, quote unquote. And it's always going to come back and bite you sooner or later. This man does not make laws legal and illegal for righteousness' sake. He makes laws legal and illegal for him to maintain an advantage over you. Justice ain't got nothing to do with it. It's all about him maintaining an advantage and control, which makes him unfit to rule. Go to 2nd Maccabees. I think I got this one, but we're going to bring it out again. 2nd Maccabees, chapter 7. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe it was in another video. 2nd Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 31. And thou, that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews, shall not escape the hands of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. This is mischief, straight up lying on us. But that shows you Esau's level of immaturity, because children lie. Edomites lie. Edomites don't get mature. They don't, especially the ones in power right now, they don't get mature. They just grow taller. So these are tall ass emotional lying children we're dealing with. Let's go to Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. I wonder why they wrote that, why the prophets wrote that. You think they proven it now? Yeah, they have always proven that they were liars. Look at how they whitewash history, rewrite history books, doing revisions. Them just updated lies. Go to 2 Peter. We about to close a couple more scripts. Chapter 2, verse 9. The Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Y'all ain't got to wait with nothing if that's what you think. The Lord is making you sweat. Let's get this one. We can close on this one. Revelation chapter 2, Salaki chapter 21, verse 8. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters, listen to this, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. That lake which burneth with fire and brimstone is a nuclear lake of fire in the Third World War to come very soon. So guess where all the liars are going? In that lake of fire. Once World War III goes full blown. So yeah, and I would say that's more than fair, because I mean, if the Lord hates liars, we hate liars. And whatever the Lord decides to do unto you, hey, it's more than cool with us. I ain't gonna miss you. But you'll be all right, though. You tough. Let you tell it. Call halayim la lahai now Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai Hamashiach wa Malaki by Hashem Harawat wa Kakorash Barakathum the water Bible Ball wa Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.